Hi! So for my final reflection, I'm going to talk about my project where I tracked my daily plastic usage over the course of the semester. Something I found out was that even though I thought I was recycling at about 80 to 90% of my plastics, I was actually only recycling about 30 to 50%. It shocked me at first, but I really wanted to dig deep and find out why I wasn't recycling as much as I thought, and then what I could do to change it. So what I found out is that sometimes when I'm traveling, like when I go to school during the week, I drive an hour and a half, I live out of town, and sometimes I'll give in and indulge myself and go to eat at Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's or something, and places like that you depend on plastic so that they can serve you and give you everything. Plastic knives, forks, the cups have plastic tops, they have plastic straws. If you get a salad from Zaxby's, the two pieces that the salad's in is plastic. So there's so much plastic that exists in fast food. So one thing that I did was, I stopped eating so much fast food because one, it's better for me, for my health, and then also it's better for the environment. Another thing I did was I decided if I did have to go somewhere and get a drink, I decided to use metal straws. And there are glass straw alternatives as well, but the metal straws were cheaper, so I bought that one. And this has kept me from using probably 100 straws by now, and I'm so grateful for it. Another thing that I did was that I started back on my reusable water bottle. I used to use this regularly already, but I kind of got out of the habit of it and started indulging myself whenever I would go somewhere and order a drink, or maybe if I went to sit down and eat somewhere, I'd ask for to-go water, to-go Coke, or something like that. So I had to eliminate that completely. I had to stop taking drinks to go. I did not want to take any of that unless it's served in a glass, like an actual glass with no straw. I usually don't get it. Something else that I noticed was a high plastic usage was feminine hygiene products. So normally, this may be a little TMI for my project, but it was something that I felt was important. It's something I didn't realize I was contributing to, our giant plastic waste stuff. So tampons, they have 3 pieces of plastic. They have the 2 pieces that the tampon is actually held in, and then the wrapper itself is plastic. So there's 3 pieces. Me documenting my own personal usage, I would be throwing away about 100 pieces, maybe a little bit under 100 pieces of plastic, just from having, something that I have to have, like I have to have some way to, not have blood all over me. So something that I did, it was the bigger change for me, besides making sure I don't have, plastic drinking straws and eating less, from fast food restaurants. I decided to change to a cup. It's called a menstrual cup. And this one, this is the packaging for one. And they're made of silicone normally, because you can sterilize silicone, and it's reusable. You don't throw this away, and you keep it until whenever, whenever it's no longer usable. And this, if this saves 100 pieces of plastic every month for me, times 12 in a whole year, that's 1,200 pieces of plastic that's not going into the landfill, because you can't recycle those that I know of. So the better alternative to me, not even recycling for the tampons and the applicators and stuff, is the menstrual cup. So overall, making these changes has saved many hundreds of pieces of plastic over the semester for me. And I'm really glad that I found out about all of this stuff, because I thought my initial perception of how I felt about my own plastic usage and recycling was that I was doing a good job and I was helping the environment. But I found out there's always a lot more that we can do. That's basically, what I learned. There's always something more that we can do.